All right, what up guys, Robby. Real quick, wanted to talk about external task throwing progressions that I believe could be the absolute best progressions for optimizing throwing mechanics, optimizing power output. So I'm gonna include the video to very just random like external task throwing progressions right now, and then we'll, after the video's over, we'll double back and talk about some explainers of that. All right, so enjoy these external task throwing progressions in this video. If we're athletes, which that's like the foundation of throwing mechanics in my opinion, if we're athletes, your body is gonna know how to self-organize to complete a task. Sometimes we get in the way mentally. I know personal experience, I definitely have. So when we essentially cloud our physical capabilities, that's when we kind of fall into bad patterns. And then that's when we reinforce kind of bad patterns over establishing of motor control things that we don't want to establish. Okay, so the emphasis behind external task throwing progressions is to get this out of the equation. You put in a time sensitive task. This goes, hey, we don't have time to be engaged up here, and the body goes, let us take over, right? So I think very simple ones is just like, I'm gonna field a ground ball. By the time the ball hits the bat or whatever, if you're getting a fungo, but if not, you can kind of get creative. I have 3 seconds to get it from my glove, 3, 2, to the either net or person that I'm throwing to. And when you amplify like the time sensitivity of it, I think the organization of the body becomes way more efficient. So that's a huge emphasis. And I think it's just fun overall. I think sometimes when we are a lot of like, between the ears and there's a lot of conscious thoughts going on and we're over articulating and over analyzing every single throw that we make, it becomes less fun. So there was a time in my career where I was so like, just, it was brutal, that I was like, screw it, I'm doing a week. The week turned into 2 weeks, 2 weeks turned into 3 weeks, and I think it ended up just being a month of, instead of just having like regular catch plays, I insisted to do, okay, if I'm gonna throw, I'm gonna field ground balls, or I'm gonna do what's called, I like to call athletic task competitions, where it was like behind home plate, catch, throw. Obviously, when you're throwing down to second, you wanna be as quick as possible. Shortstops, we get ground balls. We had that time, 4, 3, you got to field it and throw into a net, and you got to complete that task. And we would do outfielder, like you're fielding that single right field and you got to throw the dude home. So then it became fun, but aside from just being fun, you'll see that like, wow, I am athletic. Wow, my body does know what it's doing. And wow, that's a pretty good idea / visual of when I get onto the mound and pitch. It's not, okay, I gotta make sure that my setup is good. I gotta make sure my initial move is influencing my first move, and I gotta make sure that I'm loading my drive leg, and oh frick, I broke my hands late, which I know in and of itself isn't bad. Like, we obviously can think mechanical thoughts and use personal cues and optimize our mechanics through different components of the delivery. But I think, especially when it comes to like the arm action, and when it comes to like the path in which the hand takes, for a lot of guys who probably do more harm than good by doing a ton of like drill progressions and stuff, because like I said, they instill these motor control patterns that aren't that great, and your body is trying to tell you a different story. So that's a very long, drawn out explainer on why I love external task throwing progressions, but there you go. You can also do, like I do it in every single even catch play. You know, if I'm just sitting here playing catch with someone, I could go, right? Or even like, oh, I'm gonna catch a relay, not a relay, but shortstop's gonna throw me the second baseman, and I'm gonna try to turn two. I could go boom, right? Or back here, relay, right? Field this ball, field this ball, catch this ball, backhand this ball, forehand this ball. You get the point. Foundation of athleticism trumps all. Be an athlete. Showcase your body, or show your body that we're prioritizing athletic movements